Welcome all my aliens, apes, and zombies. And it's a wonderful Wednesday, a welcoming Wednesday, as we have Johnny Walker NFT bottle with BlockBar. We got a ton of people up here. We have Cool Blue as our co-host, and also the legend of the month from Vayner NFT, Adam. Cool Blue, how about you take it away? I'm going to click a couple more buttons here and get some things posted up top.
Let's do it. I'm so excited for this one. Sophie, also amazing to have you back on stage. I remember Twitter Spaces that felt like yesterday, but was a few months ago now. That was awesome. So amazing to have you back.
Thank you.
Yes, maybe we can start with some intros. So Sophie, would you like to introduce yourself really quick?
Yeah, hi guys. I run the whiskey portfolio for Diageo in North America. It's a pretty cool job, and I'm super psyched to be here today to talk about our amazing Ghost and Rare releases, and joined by you guys. It's going to be fun.
We're so excited to have you here and talk about this incredible collaboration and partnership. Ivana, how about you say hello to our listeners and tell everyone what you do in Web3?
Yeah, hi everyone. Thanks for inviting me here. I'm really happy to be part of this collab. I'm an AI artist, so I have a background in coding and photography, and in my practice, I aim to merge the two, so merge the cutting edge technology with the visual representations, and this is what I do for this project. And yeah, I've been in the NFT space for more than a year, so seems like a very, very old time now.
Amazing. I've seen your work. I'm a huge fan and have seen you collaborate on this project. And we have one more partner here, BlockBar. Who do we have on BlockBar? Do we have Sam with us today? Hello.
How's it going? We have Sam in the audience, so you can invite him to speak. But I'll give us a quick intro. I'm Karma. I'm head of community, and at BlockBar, we're the world's first direct-to-consumer marketplace for luxury wine and spirits. And we're super excited to be doing a drop with Vayner and Johnny Walker today.
Very excited to have you. Let me invite Sam to speak. Sam, if you're in the audience and you want to come up, please join us. You can use the request button at the top left of your screen. But welcome, everyone. And last but not least, Adam. Adam, tell us about, introduce yourself, tell us about what you're doing here today, who you are, and a subtle nudge that you'd love about.
Awesome. Yeah, no, thanks so much. Pleasure to speak to everyone and get on with Ivana, BlockBar team, Diageo, of course. Yeah, so I'm on the Vayner 3 team. I help lead client partnerships. In this case, Diageo, who's an amazing brand partner of ours. Our job is to, help set the tone for Web3 entrants and doing that long term. And tomorrow we're dropping for the first time. We're all here with Ivana and BlockBar. I believe this is the first U.S.-based drop for Johnny Walker on chain, for that matter, and we're really excited. So it's my role to kind of work with great team across different partnerships. BlockBar has been an amazing partner to work with. We love working with the Johnny Walker team, Sophie and her team. I think there's a couple other people listening too. Devin's in there. I see Mario too as well, and Ivana, obviously, some beautiful, beautiful work. So for this release, is really wanted to capture the essence of Ivana's work, using some platform that's as innovative as BlockBar's, but also highlighting the story of the Ghost and Rare drop. So it's super exciting. It's been a real team effort all the way leading up. Tomorrow is the early access, and Friday will be the public sale. So we've all been working really hard and just super, super excited to get going.
Adam, while we have you here and you have the mic that's hot, can you maybe give us a little bit of details on the bottle drop, and what do collectors of this Ghost and Rare bottle NFT will get?
Sure. Yeah, so there's going to be 75 editions that we're having as part of the mint. The first 50 will be available tomorrow for a few whitelisted friends that we pull wallet addresses for, including the POAP, people who attended the Johnny Walker pop-up experience at VCon, as well as some other artists from Ivana's different collections. So they'll launch tomorrow, and the rest will actually be available on Friday. But we're really excited about, obviously, is to feature Ivana and her amazing artwork. I know AI art has become really interesting. A lot of people have their eyes on it, so we were super excited to work with her to deliver utility on this. So for everyone that purchases the bottle on BlockBar, will also be airdropped a piece of her art that was custom designed and created for this launch. So that's really exciting. We're also going to have a session with the master distiller, Dr. Emma Walker, who's out in Scotland, I believe, out in Europe, who is the Johnny Walker distiller, and she's the first woman distiller of Johnny Walker, which is also really, really exciting. So it's a really, really great utility that's being part of this story, and I think the most exciting thing for us is just getting people excited about this bottle, which is super, super rare. I believe it's only the 5th time it's been made. And obviously working with an artist like Ivana on a platform like BlockBar. So everything kind of came together really well. And yeah, I mean, it's super exciting.
There's multiple layers in there. If you look up at the top pinned tweets, one, we have the POAP and the utility of that, dating all the way back from VCon, and then also how you can get in this, this collaboration as well if you're interested as well. But I want to, look a little bit into, the storytelling and what is the Ghost and Rare series, and maybe we can ask Sophia that to see what she has, if that's in your portfolio or not, the Ghost and Rare series.
Yeah, I'd love to talk about it. So thanks, Adam, for talking about the elements of it. I mean, guys, what's really magical about this drop, I think, is Johnny Walker Ghost and Rare is a series of limited editions that are crafted using our irreplaceable ghost whiskies, and they're incredibly rare. Some of these also go into Johnny Walker Blue Label blends. But the important thing to know about why Ghost, right? Well, Ghost refers to distilleries that we have owned in the past in Scotland that have been closed and are not currently producing any whiskey anymore. So they can never be got or made again. Therefore, they're very coveted. And these, we go around and we find these ghost whiskies from these distilleries, and then the beautiful Emma Walker blends them into a master set. And this is our Ghost and Rare Port Dundas master set, which will be exclusively available on BlockBar. I want to do a big shout out to BlockBar for helping us kind of navigate and prepare this drop. I'm super excited to see how it goes. And a big shout out to Ivana, because when we were working with Vayner 3 and we were looking at artists, I mean, it just smacked us in the head. We want to be super authentic to the space. We're operating in a digital environment, in a tech environment, and Ivana has tech at the heart of how she creates her art, and that's how it's so magical. But also, when you look at the semiotics of kind of the liquid, the whiskey, where the whiskey comes from, it's by the sea. We were super inspired by her Under the Waves project, and just by the fact that one of the things that really excites us is partnering with entrepreneurs like BlockBar and understanding how we can create business models with them and drive added value and value to consumers, but also partnering with amazing creators like Ivana, who we wouldn't have found if we weren't playing in this space. So her work is beautiful, and as we talked about, that will be part of the experience that goes with the drop, along with the bottle and the bottle experience. So hopefully that gets you excited to want to go get one.
Up at the top, there's a pinned tweet. Please, if you love the art, I do, give it a heart. You can toss some hearts in here. Also, if you're on your phone, in the bottom right, there's a purple pill. That purple pill, you can drop a question in there, drop a comment in there. I don't know if it's purple on my end, but the purple little in the lower right-hand corner, if you have any questions. Cool Blue, do you have any questions for this awesome panel up here?
Yeah, well, first of all, I must say I love Blue Label. It is my absolute favorite. I'm a fan of the color blue, so I appreciate that this bottle is extra special, and that lounge at VCon was legendary. But I want to get into, it really does seem what you were saying, Sophie, that Ivana is the perfect partner for this drop. I mean, the art just really aligns seamlessly. Ivana, I'd love to hear more about your technique with generative AI. What is this really? How do you make the art that you make?
Yeah, great question. And as mentioned before, AI is currently in a lot of discussions and making waves through many media channels. And one of the reasons why is that the technology is becoming accessible, but also more and more things are being made possible. So in my process, what I actually do is a bit different from text-to-image generation, which is probably the most popular technique right now. And this is also quite a common misconception that AI is text-to-image. There's just so much more different techniques that can be used by creators and who can incorporate AI in their practices. So this is essentially what I've been doing by training my custom AI models on photography. But I also wanted to see through the use of text-to-image techniques, what kind of visuals could be created outside of the prompts that people use. So as you probably know, when you go to those text-to-image platforms, you can type in a text and then get an output of anything you'd like, a cat, a bottle of whiskey, or a cat drinking whiskey, whatever you love. But the thing is that I actually question myself, what about those visuals that are not possible to actually describe with words, and what about the intersections of different concepts? So what I've been really exploring is how AI is creating not just isolated concepts of, let's say, this wave, this very different smoky shape, but it also is able to learn what is happening between them. And those formations that I use in my piece for Johnny Walker is the essential element of my creative practice, to finding those different ways of going within the latent space. So to do that, there is actually a few steps that I do. First of all, I hand curate a training collection of a few hundred photographs that I train my first model on. Then I use a text-to-image AI, which creates me more kind of different visuals that are completely generative and non-existent. And finally, I train a third type of AI, which is able to learn continuous space within which I can have movement and within which I can actually walk around. This is also pun intended. Within this space to create the markings. So my inspiration was definitely the water, the flow, but also the smoke. As we've been talking with the team, the smoke is a very essential part of the distilleries, and I wanted to combine those key elements in my work to capture emotions that they might have.
I'm looking at your portfolio right now on your website, and I love how you actually almost explain how to do it in one of your photos and slides. So actually, when you were verbally saying it, I was visually watching it, and just cool stuff, inventive stuff, and perfect way of explaining it. That was awesome.
Thank you so much, and I'm really happy you find the explanations useful, because sometimes it's just so difficult to explain the technical terms in easy to understand language without using any math. So I try to convey in the simplest way possible.
I also can't say enough, Ivana, how awesome you were to work with, by the way. I just want to make sure that's put out there, is super flexible, answering emails from South Korea last week, and just really working super closely as a partner. So thank you so much, and super excited for your creative expression to be displayed here.
Thank you so much, Adam.
Yeah, it's absolutely incredible. And Ivana, there are a lot of artists in the audience right now. I'd love to hear your perspective on choosing who to collaborate with. Why did you like doing this project with Johnny Walker? Was it the inspiration you got from the art?
Yeah, that's another great question. So actually, don't do a lot of collaborations, and I only do them with brands that really are in line with my practice, with my views, with my beliefs. So one of the things that I really liked about the Ghost and Ray Rob is, of course, that that we have the amazing Emma Walker, the first female master blender. So this was something that was definitely a very strong point in favor of the collaboration. And also the fact that those distilleries, the ghost distilleries that are made so exclusive, and they are so mystical, and they are also something that disappears in time. So the concept of even not being, a lot of AI is quite mystical as well, and also not even possible to touch it. So there have been some key elements that I really loved, and of course, as you mentioned before, there are some previous projects, so it seemed like a perfect continuation of the explorations that I did before.
And all this has utility based around it, and that utility could be something difficult to navigate, but we have BlockBar here, and maybe we can ask Sam this: is, where do you see spirits and liquor category expanding to? We're seeing it in the Web3 space, and it's linked to NFTs now. So let's bring, and Sam, also co-founder. Why don't you talk a little bit about yourself and introduce yourself the first time grabbing the mic?
Yeah, for sure. Well, thank you for the introduction, and thank you everyone for joining and having us here. My name is Sam Fallick. I'm the co-founder of BlockBar. Karma did an amazing job of introducing exactly what BlockBar does. A main objective of ours is to make it seamless to onboard new users into the world of Web3 and introduce the world of premium wine and spirits collecting to the Web3, to the crypto natives. So for us right now, I think that when you think of the traditional spirits and wine collector or investor, you're usually thinking of someone that's kind of in that older demographic, and that this sort of whiskey, this sort of scotch, and something as famous as Johnny Walker, offering it in this way and through this avenue, is really introducing this new asset class to an entirely new demographic of individuals who were either previously unaware of this asset class or previously uninterested. And this is a way to really encapsulate that whole class. So it's really exciting to see the opportunity shake out of how we're really providing more education and just easier access to everyone across the entire world. And we really think that we're, along with brands like Johnny Walker and partners like Vayner3 and artists like Ivana Tao, just encompassing everything all together, providing a perfect package to expand the entire demographic for the premium wine world. So really excited about this collaboration.
Yeah, I love that. I love the way you described that. And just from our perspective, I mean, partnering with you guys, BlockBar and Ivana, opens up a way for us to play in what we think is kind of like one of the biggest cultural disruptions in the internet. Also allows us to tap into and partner with people who are really creating new business models like you are at BlockBar, reaching new consumers, and also like finding different creators within these communities who can add experiences and value to what we offer, which is a bottle. I mean, when you think about kind of luxury and rare and collectible, any product in luxury, it's all about adding value beyond just a physical thing. And so, what we love about this is that's what we're doing. We're adding value beyond the bottle, and we're giving people experiences that they wouldn't be able to access.
That's what it is. It's about opportunity, access. Before we close out, can you remind the collectors what they'll be receiving from the purchase? And I'm looking at it right now. You have 1 day, 21 hours, 6 minutes, and just about 25 seconds on the button right there. You can go to blockbar.com. Is right on the top. I also pinned it up on the top of this. So, can you remind us a little, the collectors down there, what they'll be receiving from this purchase?
Is that to me?
Or Adam, or
I can step in.
Yeah.
We all sit around. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, so I can provide that. So one is one of the amazing things about BlockBar, obviously, is by receiving and purchasing the NFT, you can then burn that using a burn mechanism to receive the bottle itself. We obviously want to get the liquor in everybody's hands. Secondly, there's the storytelling experience. So really featuring the master blender, Dr. Emma Walker, and helping tell her story along with Ivana. So really pairing the two together to really tell that narrative of where the whiskey kind of meets the art, and really providing that opportunity too is going to be a really amazing program. And then as well as the art itself, right? So Ivana's art, by purchasing, you'll have that airdrop. So these are all things we're really excited about. There's also a grant program contribution. So
Yeah, I was going to say. Yeah.
It's also a very important piece of
Yeah, totally. I mean, you hopefully you'll get access. You will get access to our next releases as well. But also, just to sort of say that in the spirit of this NFT operating and what we do as a brand, we'll continue to support women-owned businesses via grants from iFund Women. So we hope to create some opportunity for some female entrepreneurs playing in this space as a result of what we're doing in this drop, which is a big part of what we like to do. Pay it forward.
Indeed.
Adam, did you want to? Okay, amazing. Well, thank you all so much for, first of all, being here today, showing up, and also the work that went into this beautiful collaboration. I'm so excited to see it fully come to life. And I think, Sophie, what you said was so important about Web3 and how brands can really reimagine it, because you can't bring a physical product into a digital space, but there will always be that physical space, always be the digital space. I think that's why we're seeing the word digital a lot. But I love that you're really capturing the experience that you want to bring, because we can't bring the product, but we can bring the experience, and we can pair digital with this physical product that you've all had. So it's very aligned to the mission of your brand. So thank you for pointing it out. Thanks everyone for being here. Sam, Ivana, I have a feeling this is just the beginning of your career. The more I look into you, the more I'm like, okay, this artist is going places. So thank you so much for your time and your beautiful work here. Shout out to everyone who has joined the spaces, has listened from the beginning to the end, and that joins us every week. So thank you so much for being here. CryptoNovo, Adam, Sophie, Ivana, Sam, BlockBar, any other comments?
No, just thanks for having us. Ivana's art's magical, and we're going to continue to do more amazing experiences with BlockBar. So we're excited to see how this goes, and we hope you enjoy it.
I saw a lot of energy coming from the pod that helped create this, with multi people involved on this. And I hear the energy here today. Very like-minded individuals, like them giving accolades to themselves, is because they have been working hard for this. And it has been a pretty easy process, at least from my standpoint. I don't want to speak for others, but Adam, thanks for driving. You are the legend of the month for a region. BlockBar, keep on spreading the word, keep on spreading the love, make people active participants. Ivana, keep on spreading the love through that art. And I love what Johnny Walker's doing with their initiatives, highlighting females in the space, making grants for them, but then also getting back to their collectors. So with that being said, this is CryptoNovo behind the mic at Vayner3 here. I want to tell everyone to stay positive and love life and get those peace signs ready. Peace.